we find out that the owner of Crown Candy, Andy Krasniff, has announced that he is running for the mayor of St. Louis. And everyone says, he can't win. What are you talking about? As we get ready to swear in Donald Trump. Andy Krasniff, the co-owner of Crown Candy. Welcome to the Big 550 KTRS, Andy.
Good morning, McGraw. Good morning, Kelly.
Good morning.
All right. So you have thrown your hat into the political ring. Who knew you were such a big politico?
Well, you know, you've got to kind of pay attention to what's going on in the city, and you kind of need to be involved in who wants to drive this bus that we call the city of St. Louis. So I just thought I might want to get involved and make people more aware of what's going on down here.
Were you quoted correctly in the liberal newspaper, the Post-Dispatch, saying that you have no chance to win this election?
Well, I assume I have no chance because, even I'm not giving myself a shot.
But you're not doing this on a whim. It does cost money to apply to get on the ballot.
It does, but it's actually cheaper than radio advertising, so I figured I could get better results doing this.
Is one of your platforms, Andy, that if you win, we all must be forced to try and drink 5 milkshakes in a half hour?
Well, I don't recommend that. For some people, I think that's a good idea. For some people, I think that's a bad idea. For you especially, it was a bad idea, I do believe.
I did not try. I just had 2 and felt good about doing it. All right, Andy, but seriously, though, what are you trying – what's your message? What are you trying to communicate by doing this?
For me, I'm just putting my name out there to get people to pay attention. I don't have a platform. There's a lot of messages that people are trying to get across, and they're all good messages, and they're better qualified to figure these things out. I just want the city of St. Louis to be involved, the people to be involved. That's if my high profile comic relief gets people to pay attention to what other people are saying, that's what I'm going for.
Crown Candy has been in that spot how long?
104 years this year.
Wow.
104 years, an anchor in a neighborhood that has been changing drastically, and you've been an anchor there for, as you said, 104 years. What is it as a small business owner in North City that you want people to know about?
We need to, the city helps a lot of huge corporations. They're big cash cows. But businesses like mine, Sydney Street Cafe, these little mom and pop restaurants, places that, that are here in the city that draw people down, that the foodies love us. People come from out of town to spend a weekend eating their way through St. Louis. Little restaurants, little stores. We could use a little bit of help too. It'd be nice, for the city to give us a little bit of love. We're going to be here. We're not going nowhere, but give us some help.
You could have moved years ago. So what has made you stay in North St. Louis?
Well, this is our home. My family's been here in some capacity for 104 years. My wife and I live upstairs, and I'll never leave the city. I go past Brentwood and I break out in hives. And the people down here in this neighborhood, in this city, they love us. I love them. It's just a good place to be. I know we've got our warts. We all do. Whether you're in a county or St. Charles County, Jefferson County, St. Louis City, we all got warts. People need to understand.
What do you want, Andy? What do you want the city to do? You said a little bit of help. Like what? What would you like to see the city do to help small businesses like yours?
Well, I think, I'm sorry, but I'm opposed to these giant TIFs that are giving this huge chunks of money away. That's a lot of money that could be used for infrastructure, for the police, for improving the streets, improving the lighting, improving the neighborhoods. We always improve downtown. I get that. Downtown needs to be improved. That's where the big revenue generator. But, the neighborhoods where we all live and work, they need a little bit of, a little help too. Like I said, better streets, better lights, better programs for these kids. These kids are our future. I'm going to wake up and be 70 years old one day, and these 4-year-olds I'm serving ice cream to now are hopefully going to be my customers. And, and they're going to be good customers, I hope.
Andy, how are you going to do this? Are you just going to do a couple interviews and then go back to work at Crown Candy, or are you going to make a couple stump speeches? Are you going to show up at debates? What's your plan?
I am not taking any money. If you want to donate to your favorite charity. Give some money to a good cause. Don't give it to me. I don't want no money. That's for sure. Pretty much, I'm going to run this campaign from my Twitter account. If I can get on the radio with you, I'll talk about stuff I think is important. If I can get on TV, I'll talk about stuff that I think is important. But that's it. We don't need to spend money. Today's day and age, politicians spend way too much money trying to get elected.
Andy worked for the president-elect Donald Trump and might as well work for the owner of Crown Candy. Now, Crown Candy, we should say, is not just milkshakes, and I got yelled at because I called it a malt. Is it a malt or a milkshake? And is there a difference?
We have both. We have milkshakes and we have malts.
And what's the contest? Is it 5 malts or 5 milkshakes?
Whatever you prefer. You got to drink 5 of those in 30 minutes. If you do, you get them all free.
And in 104 years, how many people have successfully completed the challenge?
I'd say we're probably at about 60 people about now.
60?
60 people.
Really?
When was the last one who successfully navigated it?
I had a guy do it in, I think, November.
November.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, Kelly. And the man versus food guy failed miserably.
Yeah, well, I mean, he got 4.5 in, and then he got 4.5 out in a hurry.
Andy, I got to ask you, your most popular food item, it has to be the BLT.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, we're, on a slow day, we fry 100, 150 pounds of bacon. On a busy day, we're probably frying 250 to 300 pounds of bacon.
It isn't just milkshakes and BLTs. It's also kind of a candy store, too.
Right. I mean, we were originally ice cream and candy, and my grandfather added the food in the 20s. So we've just finished, the second biggest season. Christmas has come and gone. Now we're prepping for Valentine's Day. I started making Easter candy yesterday. I've got to make 10,000 milk chocolate Easter bunnies by hand. So, yeah.
All that and run for mayor.
Yes.
Andy, what is your Twitter account? Because I have a feeling you're going to pick up a couple of Twitter followers along the way.
It is KZIEFF. KZIEFF. And that is my Twitter account. Or you can probably just Google the hashtag Andy Candy for Mayor, and I'll pop up. Andy Candy for Mayor. Is that the website, andycandy.com? Oh, you're talking to Fred Flintstone.
Well, our president-elect doesn't like computers, and he uses a Twitter account. Are you I will say you could be another version. Andy Krasniff is the co-owner of Crown Candy. His family has been on that corner for 104 years. What's the corner? What's the address, Andy? We are on the corner of 14th Street and St. Louis Avenue. We're about a mile north of the Arch, 4 blocks west of Highway 44 now. They changed the name, yes. 70 to 40, or 44. And we're in the old North St. Louis neighborhood. And been a staple there for a long time. Andy, you're always welcome here. Good luck. And I'm sure we'll be talking between now and Election Day. All right. You guys have a great day. Take care. Andy Krasniff, co-owner of Crown Candy. I love the fact, it's amazing that their family's had that business there for more than a century. Lives upstairs. Yeah, lives upstairs. Works downstairs. Yes. It's been a staple in that neighborhood. Oh my goodness. Stabilizer, you know? Yeah, no, and it's packed. It's packed. Every day. You have to go to Crown Candy. You have to go to Crown Candy. It is a must. And people who come from out of town, your relatives, got to take them there. And he breaks out in hives by Brentwood. That's interesting. I don't know about you, but if I'm Lyda Cruisin', guess what? Watch out. Watch out. There you go. He wants to be your next mayor of St. Louis. Not really. You know what? I don't. But maybe maybe not. He calls his campaign kind of a joke, but he had some. He touched a lot of nerves. He touched a lot of nerves. I bet with that. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. If you missed any of that and you want to pass that along, we'll put it up on Twitter and Facebook and everything else. Mm-hmm. Go to ktrstom.com. Go to the Facebook page, and if you have any more information, you can Google. Andy the Candy? What was it? Andy Candy. Andy Candy. Right? Andy Candy. Andy Candy? Was that what it was? Andy Candy. It's hashtag Andy Candy. Hashtag Andy Candy. KZIEFF. That is a terrible Twitter account. That is very hard to, I just have to. After a while, it won't matter. The 727, Big 550.